This might be the nerdiest thing I've ever bought. Hey, welcome to Popcast, the original yo-yo vlog. My name is Dr. Popular. I am a crowd-sponsored yo-yo pro who makes this video series through the help of my patreon.com/DocPop sponsors. Big shout out to Greg Knowles and all the rest of my sponsors there. If you want to learn how you can win a free one-drop prototype, stick around to the end of the video to find out how. But first, let's talk about what we're going to cover in this episode. We're going to talk about a new repeating trick called curling, a really old yo-yo trick called Bermuda Triangle. We are going to talk about the prototypes, and I'm going to open this package from Big Bang. I don't know what's inside of it, but Big Bang's a yo-yo company, so I'm assuming it's going to be marbles or like a bowling ball, maybe a bowling ball. Recently, though, I want to talk about this. I used to make yo-yo holsters out of denim. And I really like them, and people are always asking me, like, when can they get yo-yo holsters again? And it's kind of a lot of work to make them, so I stopped making them. But I've been on the hunt for a good yo-yo holster since then. So when I was on Facebook, on the buy, sale, trade yo-yo group on Facebook, I was super excited when someone said, hey, you can use these things as yo-yo holsters. And what these things are official hand grenade pouches. This is U.S. military hand grenade pouch. Apparently, you can also use it as a yo-yo pouch, too. So, of course, I ordered 3. Yo-yos fit into them. They're a little loose. I don't know. They totally work. This might be for some people. Not for me, maybe. I don't know if it's the camo fatigue or the size. They tend to kind of be very bulky on my hip. But, hey, if you're interested, you can get hand grenade pouches and put yo-yos in them. I don't know if you want to walk around with pouches for hand grenades. You know, buy at your own risk, but I'll put a link in the description below so in case you want to get some of these. Grenade holsters also work for yo-yos. Cool, so let's talk about Big Bang. I don't know anything about Big Bang. Big Bang. Big Bang is a company out of California. Brian from Big Bang sent me a mystery box, and when you go to their website, hey, it's a mystery box. I'm not saying this is the same thing. So let's see what's in this guy. Don't do this at home. Not with this guy, at least. You want to use like a table saw. Pop! Here's your Big Bang Endeavor. Nice leather. Whoa. This is nice. So it is a smaller yo-yo, bigger than the Executive and smaller than the Bolt yo-yo. I don't know the diameter of this thing, but this is a pretty yo-yo. Nice string too, kind of a thin but like polyester, so it's kind of like stiff, high walls. Here's your Big Bang Bandalores Endeavor. And all around, really nice throwback to when things weren't as wide. Yeah. So this one's special edition. It was sent to user Yo-Yo Spirit, I think on Instagram or Reddit, YOYOSPIRIT, for custom powder coating. It turned out beautifully, 1 of 1 made. So I've got 1 of 1. Hey. The string is nylon and called String Theory. Hand spun by our owner in New Hampshire. Very whippy and a little coarse, but breaks in nicely and deals with the elements well. Thanks to Brian and Paul from Big Bang Bandalores for this endeavor, this one-of-a-kind endeavor. If you guys are ever in San Francisco, give me a call, and we'll hang out in the secret alley and yo-yo. Woo. That's enough of that. Let's learn a yo-yo trick. Today we are going to learn a fun little repeater called curling. This is curling right here. It's super addictive. It's a little tricky to figure out. But before we do curling, I want to show you guys kind of a similar trick that's a lot easier called the Bermuda Triangle. I think both of these have kind of like a triangle devolving kind of thing going on. So let's talk about Bermuda Triangle before we do curling. Bermuda Triangle is just a double or nothing, where you're just going to flip over your non-yo-yo hand one extra time. So I just went around Now you're going to put your thumb in over here and make this kind of triangle, and you're going to pass the triangle from behind the yo-yo forward, and it's just going to kind of like put you back into a trapeze. It's just, I don't know, it's an old trick. It's almost like 20 years old, but it's super fun to do. After you learn Bermuda Triangle, there's a fun variation you can do. It's actually a really simple one. It's the same move, but you move the yo-yo through the triangle rather than the triangle around the yo-yo. This move is called the trapdoor, and it's around. You're going to do the same thing, but instead of this, you're going to kind of keep this open and go around. I always like to try to combine that in one smooth move for trapdoor. So you start off on trapeze, you kind of put your other finger in, you roll, roll, unroll. So the next trick we're going to talk about is curling. It's named after my least favorite Olympic sport. Also, curling got an emoji before yo-yo. I don't know how that happened. Curling has an emoji. We care about curling once every 4 years, if even. So curling is a repeater, and it looks like this. It's fun to do just over and over again. To do curling, you just start like this. You just kind of start in a trapeze and flip it over. You stick your right hand in, your yo-yo hand in, and what you're going to do is you're going to curl this finger in as the yo-yo goes through that little circle. So it's two things happening. I'm curling so that the string's going to be untwisted. I'm opening up a triangle shape, and I'm letting the yo-yo kind of circle through that triangle shape. So it looks like this. When you're learning this trick, it might be a little easier for breaking those moves down to do it like this. Go around, stick your hand in like usual, bring that out. So you're just going to let this fall off of your wrist, twist that string so it's already kind of pre-twisted. And now all you have to do is worry about like just rocking this guy through that kind of spirit bomb mount, that wrist mount. So it looks like this, pop, twist, through. But once you actually get the hang of that, you want to skip that falling off part, leave it on your hand, open this up wide, and do that curl. You're going to do that curl as the yo-yo is going around your finger, kind of going in a little circle. Of course, the next thing is to, once you've done this, you're going to end up with this kind of like bit around your hand, which you just drop. And that takes a little bit of practice to kind of drop smooth. I don't even know if this is smooth, but it's definitely getting smoother. And that's curling. So those were curling, Bermuda Triangle, and trapdoor. I hope you enjoyed learning those tricks. If you did learn them and you want to share them online, please share them with hashtag popcastyoyo. That would be awesome. It's great to go onto Instagram and see what twist you guys are putting onto these tricks and what you're learning and what you're enjoying. So let's use popcastyoyo as our hashtag on Instagram so we can kind of like comment on each other's posts. I want to give another shout out to my Patreon sponsors. They help make this show possible. It's a lot of work to put these videos together. Big shout out to Greg Knowles and all of the Patreon sponsors on patreon.com/DocPop. So if you're not a sponsor, you should be, and here's why. If you sponsor the show, you get 10% off of yo-yos from drpopular.com. So when you sign up as a sponsor, I'll send you a special code. You can get a Bolt Part 2, which just came out. People love these things. I love these things. I'm really proud of it. It's a great yo-yo to carry around. You can take it anywhere. You can take it camping. Thanks to everyone who's just watching the video. And once again, remember, if you share these tricks on Instagram, use hashtag popcastyoyo so we can kind of spread the love and see what each other's working on. We'll see you next time.